Do we have time for a couple questions at all? And I'll be around if people want to ask me separately. Yeah. We can hear you.
Thank you, William, for that presentation. Mohalis, founder of Pop Browser. My question, so coincidentally, I have an article open that came out Wednesday. It's titled, Venture Capitalists Still Aren't Investing in Women or Minorities, and They're Leaving Trillions on the Table. Coincidentally, the person who wrote that is Carla Harris, who's a vice chairman of Morgan Stanley, and is based off of a Morgan Stanley report. And they're saying that they surveyed venture capitalists, and 88% are saying that they do see that minorities, that's an area that they're not investing in, but 88% believe that there's a tremendous value there.
Yeah.
But then they come back and say, we're still not looking at it.
Yep.
So my question is, talk about WeWork and Uber and the Vision Fund. This seems to be the most frothy period of venture capitalists in a decade or more. So there's basically the overvaluations that's happening is because there's more money than there is deals. If that is true, there's all this money out there, but not enough deals, yet they're saying they're still not looking at minorities that might be $1 trillion or multi-trillion-dollar markets. What's going on? It seems like this is the best period to get that money.
Yeah. So there's a lot of pieces to that. So I do believe that this is the best time ever to be a diverse founder that wants to have a startup. That's a relative statement. It doesn't mean that all of a sudden the floodgates have opened and the money is just free flowing for us, right? But I do say that this is the best time to be a diverse founder. There are all these different people that want to have their own funds, and everyone is looking to try to invest in us. But notice something. The people that are investing in us look like us. They understand us. They know where we are. They know where we want to go. And they know why we want to do that. And so this disconnect that we're seeing is, oh, hell yeah, we think that's a great idea. Absolutely. For somebody else. So the venture business is not as embracing of risk as you would think. Actually, investors by their very nature are very risk averse, right? Now they'll go all in on some stuff, but they're not going to just go all in everywhere. They won't do that. And so what happens is that by and large, we're still seen within a risky within a risky asset class, we are still viewed as some of the most risky assets in the asset class. So there still isn't that full embracing of who we are, what we do, and our capabilities. And until there is, that 88% will stay 88%. And what they'll do is they'll continue to cede that territory to people that look like me and look like Brian and look like Nasir and a bunch of other folks that are investors until we start to show that we know something they don't know. That we're connected to some things that they're not connected to, and then all of a sudden, guess who shows up? And so until we start to break through on a regular basis, that's kind of going to be a state of affairs. Now, I would say there are certainly VCs that are that are diversity curious, right? So they'll throw a little stuff over here, they'll get involved in a deal here and there, but they're not ready to embrace this concept that there has been a sea change, specifically as it pertains to people of color. Now, I could make a different argument for women and all of the interest that everyone has about investing in women, but then I'm going to also caveat that because there's an intersectionality problem with this focus on women because it doesn't include black women as much as it should, and it certainly doesn't include Latino women as much as it should either. So everyone has got their place in this issue, if you will. I think everyone is culpable and responsible. And I do believe that is changing, and the opportunities that exist today didn't exist when I first started doing venture 2011. So that's why I say we are in a better position than we ever have been, but it's beyond, there's way more work to be done. There's a tremendous opportunity. I think Carla is right in what she wrote. She's been experiencing that directly as we've been building this lab. But everyone recognizes that there's an opportunity that the vast majority of the venture capital landscape is just not built to take advantage of. And until they diversify their own ranks, they're going to continue to miss. And our opportunity and our challenge is to make sure that we don't miss our opportunities to fund the companies that we recognize as having the potential to be huge successes. I would hate to see a whole bunch of African American Latino founders break through at the billion-dollar level and beyond, and then start thanking a whole bunch of people, and we were the ones that should have been there to begin with, and we weren't there.